This is from Nova Rex.
Rex, they're the band I played last week. A lot of you called and responded and loved them. The song was called Think of Me, and if you guys from Nova Rex are listening, we had quite a few people call and absolutely love that song, so I thought you might like to hear that.
So they'll be on TV as well. This is Nova Rex with Think of Me.
Okay, we got somebody on the line here. Hi, what is your name? You're on the air with Nova Rex. That song was Think of Me. This is the 1992 Hydrix Reader's Choice Music Award. From Nova Rex.
That's what it sounds like live, guys. Hell of a job.
A little later, you might not know their name yet, but you might have heard Nova Rex's music. It's a local group making its mark in the music business.
It's a great show. Jackal, Brother Kane, and some wimpy band called Nova Rex. But I ain't sponsoring or nothing.
Tell me about the CD you guys have. Blow me away.
Yeah, the CD.
The CD.
Yeah, it's a brand new. It's been out for like 8 weeks, and
it's in real stores. So what's behind the name Nova Rex?
It's actually an old name, ancient name. It's Nova Rex. Nova means new, Rex meaning king, and it's like
it's Latin, I think.
Yeah, it's Latin. When a new king was born, it would be a comet shooting through the star, which was the Nova comet, Rex
I
king.
see.
So a new king born, the comet would go shoot through the sky.
Deep.
Yeah.
Deep thing.
Very deep.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to have a problem, man.
I just don't really have a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Why? Would it work?
But the last couple years, it just fallen out like crazy, dude.
If it's genetic, because it's your dad.
Dude, I'm 44.
Well, I understand, but
I mean, you see my parents, you should see my brother.
Well, that's what I mean.
I think I got good time out of it.
Right. Me too, man. I mean, my money's gone thinner and shit. I mean, I'm trying to stay on top of it.
Like a couple old women.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, rock and roll. Yeah, before and after. Before and after. Here, before and after. She sucks. All right, man. Still got it, man. Yeah. Shit. Don't feel my balls back.
From corrupt politicians to violent games.
And then you want to see my yard? I'll show you this. Outside the way. So this goes back about another quarter of an acre.
I love this so much. I don't know why. This whole cover thing like this with no mosquitoes.
That's why I got
it, man. I mean, it really is. I really like it, man.
You're kind of missing the fruits that's coming back in again. Got a big backyard.
It's a big backyard.
You see on the news all the time, there'll be a freaking alligator by the front door or something like that.
Yeah. Sometimes these things pop in your head and you don't remember if it was like, did that happen? And then you go, yeah, I can't believe it happened. Like so many crazy things that happen on the road, man.
No,
it's like, it's like hard to believe, man, that it's all true.
For years, I used to wake up in the middle of the night in cold sweats. Yeah. I mean, like sweat drop on my nose, like, oh my God, that all happened. Listen, when I first met JP, I'm 20 years old, I think. I might have been 19.
No, you were 18, man.
Well, the thing was, the girls would have to be topless to come into the hotel room. Remember that?
And bring food.
And bring food. So the first time I showed up, JP's just there with, 6, 7 topless chicks.
All right.
You know, the difference between us and a band, say like Def Leppard, is that we didn't have...
Well, just numbers, man.
It was just numbers. We didn't have 1,000 chicks after Gay. We only had 20. You
know what I mean?
Right. This is CBS Radio. Make a left for elevators.
What was your name?
John.
I'm a JP also.
There you go. Ha, my buddy JP. What's up,
Hey,
man?
JP, what's going on, buddy?
Nice to meet you.
All right, Nova Rex on 105.9 FM, and that is Breakaway. That's a new cut on the greatest hits album, Nova Rex, back together again, and got the guys in the studio right now. Kenny and JP Cervoni. Is that Italian? Cervoni. Italian or Spanish?
Italian, man, Italian.
Pepperoni pizza.
Italian, man.
Now, I understand back in the 80s and everything, you guys were in spandex and everything like that, so now you have to rely on your Italianisms to pick up women because you no longer wear the tight pants.
Yeah, before it was like the Morgan Fairchild look, you know what I mean?
Right.
Now what the hairdo and the Aquanet pink spray.
Well, Aquanet served two purposes. You could use it as a weapon, spray it with a lighter, or you could...
What's up, man?
Yeah.
We've been there, man.
I grew up at the same time, but now you got this greatest hits compilation. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, Kenny, go for it.
Well,
man.
what happened was, like 6 months ago, I was just Googling the band's name out of the blue 10 years later, and I seen that it was like 12 pages deep on Google, and I'm like, everybody's selling this CD. Matter of fact, I contacted JP because we were in a couple of compilations overseas with like Night Ranger and Styx and all this other stuff with one of our songs. So then I said, hey man, I didn't get paid for any of this. I said, JP, let me just put this together. That way I can sell it. We'll cut one new song because you got to on a greatest hits.
Yeah.
So we cut a new song and we kind of stayed with that whole Nova Rex format as far as the rock guitar stuff. And I've had it on eBay. The thing sells for like $35 a piece. I've been selling one every 3 days.
What have you guys been doing between, being Nova Rex, taking a break, and having to buy your own CD for $150? What's happened in between?
Yeah, man, I'm doing a beautiful... I'll probably bring it here too, Kenny. I haven't told you. I'm doing this beautiful Woodstock live show for theaters. Come and experience the performance that changed the world.
Wow.
And I'll bring it all over U.S.
Awesome.
So I'll be back.
I'll tell you how it even started, even for me. I could barely play bass. I go to a house party. We think we know 10 songs, but I had the rock image going on. And I think there was 3 chicks there at this party, and all 3 of them tried to pick me up. So that's when I knew I wanted to be in rock and roll. Right after graduation, I mean, not even 3 weeks later, I went to Florida. I actually had an uncle that lived here. I stayed with him for a month or something. Put a band together. I stayed with those guys in their garage. And then the whole Nova Rex thing came around.
Well, I finished playing with Buddy Miles from Jimi Hendrix, Band of Gypsy. I was young. Went through that experience. Buddy took me to LA. So I had a first experience in the crazy rock and roll world via Buddy Miles. 4 years later, Buddy was crazy. They put him in jail, and I found myself with no gig, no money, no transportation, somewhere stuck in Dallas, Texas, and I had to sell Buddy's drums to get back home to Canada. But having got back to Canada, I had the rock and roll bug. So I said, why not put a band together? I see other bands doing this. So I said, why shouldn't I be the next Bon Jovi or something?
JP had the band running for basically a year before I met him. I say 1986. I mean, the name itself, it just means, basically it's Latin, it means new king. So when you see a star in the sky, it means it's like the birth of a new king. So I thought that was kind of deep. And matter of fact, a year later I trademarked it. So I own the damn thing.
So I moved to Florida because I heard that the spring break thing is a big thing in Florida. Lots of people come there, a lot of clubs at the time. In the 80s, the club scene was very prolific. So moved there, brought my Canadian kids with me. A couple of them just couldn't keep up
You know, one homesick, one misses the girlfriend. One guy moved the girlfriend here, which was nothing but trouble, so I sent a couple kids home.
I was playing in another band I just put together. Photographer chick was there, said, hey, I know this, was taking pictures of the band, said, hey, I know this band called Nova Rex, they're looking for a bass player. So I went down to meet JP. I drove down to Tampa, never been to Tampa before at the time. I drove down, I came to it and staying at a hotel. I came to the hotel and I said, I'm looking for JP. A couple of guys from the band were there in and out of the hotel room. They said, hey, JP's in the room. I go in the room, I'm looking for JP, and he's truly hanging naked in the closet with gravity boots. That's how I met the guy.
That was me. That's how I met it. I was really into yoga at that time. And part of my yoga daily regimen was to stand up on my head. Most likely naked. I'm sure I was naked, man.
It was totally nude. Wasn't wearing anything.
Upside down.
Upside down, in the closet.
It was implied in the way we existed that expect anything. When you open a door, you don't know what the hell you're gonna see. And you can see anything.
So I go in the closet, there he is. He's hanging up. I mean, we did the interview from hanging naked. I mean, it's cocked like this far from my face, upside down. A little bit too much. It kind of freaked me out.
And that's how we talk, man. That's how we go, hey man, I'm a bass player, where are you from? I'm like, you know the immigrant song? Yeah. You know, you gay? No. Okay. All that stuff.
Hey man, you want to be in a rock and roll band? Yeah. That's pretty much it. It wasn't too difficult. Plus I had a vehicle, which it helped.
I remember he had a bass that was bigger than him. The bass was this big and Kenny was this big. I remember that. And I thought he looked funny, but he looked cute. And so I said, yeah, okay, the guy can come in the band and be cool. Plus he had a car. Very important, man.
Listen, man, nobody had a vehicle. I used to hang with JP. I tell you the reason we became buds, because he got paid, right? And I had a vehicle. So he would need a ride to Red Lobster, and I had the vehicle, so I would get to go eat Red Lobster too, while the other guys got $5 and were splitting it for the week, eating at Subway or something.
That's how he came in. He liked, same style of music. We all loved the same. We're a bunch of gay-looking Morgan Fairchild meets, you know what I mean?
I had gear, cool clothes, because most of the guys borrowed my clothes, and ready to go. I was down in Florida, man. I didn't even have a place to live. I was just mooching, staying off of people's houses and stuff.
I don't think he even had a place to stay. I had him in the band for like 3-4 weeks as he was staying with me, so at least he had a place to get laid and eat. Eat and get laid, however you want to put that together. The deal with the club scene at the time is that you go in as a top 40 classic rock band with all the standards from Zeppelin, AC/DC, The Who, that kind of stuff. Some of the current stuff, whatever was up in at the time, let's say Loverboy had a hit, so we will play maybe the hit. Because it was actually hard work, man. Aside from the fun that we had, but the clubs require 3 to 4, sometimes 5 sets of music. It's a lot of work. So we will cover a lot of the classic, up-to-date material up to the point.
So it was definitely, it was poppy. Big hooks. Which, I mean, bands like Poison, all that. It's a combination of those kind of bands, Whitesnake, Poison combo.
And then within that song list, if you wanted to be more than just a top 40 classic rock band, then we would, we'd be working, writing our own stuff and everything and putting it out there, test it and see what's up. And very rewarding to see people that then slowly, become your fans, enjoy your material and ask for your songs and sing along the songs that we did. A very good, very well-liked song called Turn It Up Loud.
Turn it up, turn it up. Yeah, we're turning it loud. Turn it up, turn it up. Let's run it down.
Turn It Up Loud, which was a song that Gene Simmons really liked too. Because when I moved back to LA and I went to talk to Gene to try to get signed with my band, and I remember Gene really liking that song. We're going up to his house, say, show me what you got. and he liked to turn it up loud. Good song. It was a rip-off. I ripped it off from Kiss anyway.
Well, now looking back on it, it was definitely in that hair metal genre, that kind of party rock, anthem rock.
We were sort of hair bands ourselves, but we were hair bands with balls. Let's put it that way.
Just good time. Didn't have to hurt your head to listen to it. It was just more of a overall feeling of the time. I mean, it was just more just, hairspray, big boots, party, drink all night, throw up, drink some more. It just had that kind of whole party feel to it. I think that was the appeal to it at the time. I don't think it was really against any kind of establishment or anything like that. It was just more totally opposite, just more over the top, extreme party vibe. That's pretty much, I think, what the music was at the time. I mean, who else would buy, In and Out of Love? I mean, what's that, right? I mean, it's just partying, man.
Touring in a rock band in the 80s was unbelievable. It was a great time to be playing music for a living, and it was an incredible learning experience because you had to do or die. You had to play everybody else's music in order to make a living, but you had to write your own music in order to be original. So it was a learning experience in how to write songs, how to be in a partnership with a bunch of different people, how to run a small business. And quite frankly, if it wasn't for the help of some dear friends, then we probably would have survived it. And we learned how to eat on $5 a week, and that's not a joke.
Just a little bit, right there. Okay. Spread your legs apart a little bit. Good to your. Let's put some more weight down here and let's lay up here.
Plus, you can touch that up.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you want smile, serious. You gotta work it a little bit.
You're a poser.
Can you make me look taller?
Yep.
Oh man, I am on. The look at the time was just as important, if maybe not a little bit more important, than the actual talent ability at the time. And other than just moving hairdos around, changing clothes, I mean, it was all one big group. The appeal, I don't really know. I just know it picked up chicks. So, and everybody, had the hair and the jeans tucked into the boots and the big belts and bracelets and all that kind of stuff, earrings and all that, So the look was a big part of it. When you walked into a place, they knew what you were. Just like if you were a plumber or a mechanic or something. It's kind of a certain look that you imagine that it's going to be. So it was just, or a doctor for that matter. So we just had that look. I mean, that's the look that we went for, and it just, at the time, worked out.
You do like some full body ones too?
Oh yeah.
Only if you're gonna Photoshop this stuff, man.
Oh, I am.
It's gonna shrink up a little bit and everything.
I can make you look like a girl if you want me to.
Well, that's good.
I don't know, man. I mean, I'm asking you guys. I don't know. How the fuck do we ended up looking like fucking girls? I mean, I don't understand.
I don't know either.
I mean, how do you decide to put makeup on and everything? I mean,
I just know it even happened before my time. I mean, they were doing that look, 1980. Well, even before that.
As far as being flashy, glittery, and all of that, that was invented before the 80s, of course, because from Gary Glitter and and David Bowie and people like that. Obviously, Peter Gabriel from from Genesis dressing up like crazy and everything. Those were statements that were made because you're in entertainment business. You're in front of some audience, you're giving some entertainment. I mean, if you go to a theater, you see people dressing up, they got extra makeup, makeup, whatever. It's show.
That's what distinguished you. It was just a look. I mean, it was your military outfit for rock and roll. By the mid '80s, it was full on looking like a woman. I mean, that was it. And what was funny about that is that a lot of times the guys in the band looked better than the girls that were trying to pick them up. I mean, I know guys that can do, hair, tease it, put on makeup better than, girls I've dated.
Which, that's the interesting thing. Because the women love the fact that we look like them. Because we would go out and go buy the same earrings, man. We go shop for the same makeup. But what about this eyeliner? Yeah, but this one is better because this handles the sweat. And what about this one to clean your face later at night? I mean, it was crazy, man.
I don't really know how it went down. I mean, all I know is I used to go to the women's clothing department to buy clothes. most of the clothes and stuff that I owned were given to me from women. I mean, I had shirts with shoulder pads in them and everything else. It was crazy, tying them in the front. But that was just, I mean, like I said, I was a young kid, so that was the look. I don't really know how to explain it. I mean, that's the guys that I looked up to, and that's the look they had. Listen, if they wanted those guys to be all, buzzed head with this or that, and, wearing whatever, that's what we would have done, I'm sure. But that wasn't the scene. Everybody wanted us to crank it up on 10, or 11, as Spinal Tap would say. And that's what we did. The bigger, the better. So then I just copied that out of a magazine, and then people gave me a lot of attention for it.
We look like girls.
I used to date girls, and I would go, hey, how do I look tonight, right? Or they would say it to me, hey, how's these jeans look on me, or how's my hair look? And my comment would be, oh, great, honey, you look beautiful. My comment would be, well, how's my jeans, and how's my hair look? So it ended up getting to be a battle, even dating half the time, because you're trying to figure out how to outdo. It's like a couple of women. It was crazy. So I don't know what the appeal was. I mean, I don't know if all women are just naturally bisexual, you know what I mean? But I had no problem having girls dress me, do my hair, do my makeup, before they did themselves. I mean, it was like they were hanging out with sisters. Just a sister that want to screw you. I mean, that's the only part that's different. I didn't really,
The difference that we'll take him to bed. And they knew that they could go full circle that way, and so they could have that as well. And it was just an attraction to them, man. I don't know how we ended up looking like girls, but we did.
And people would distinguish you. I mean, when you go in and you have this look going on, walking into a mall in the Midwest, people follow you around like, it's beyond a show at that point. But it distinguishes what you do. I don't think people ever come up to me and said, hey, are you a musician? They would just say, hey, can I have your autograph? So that was kind of part of that whole look. Plus, you're part of a scene, you know what I mean? It was definitely a clique. Did everything but shave my legs, and I probably would have done that too if that was the way to go. People go out to clubs for a couple reasons. One of the reasons is just to get away from their normal, mundane life. And they go out and be part of something else. If they can be part of something that's part of something, that's even better. We're the show.
All the glitz, all the Hollywood, all that crazy lifestyle. They just wanted to get a piece, man. Really, it was. I think it was that simple. I think some Bon Jovi-like dude walks in the mall, buying Estee Lauder makeup from you, and you are freaking out because this guy is no gay. He looks decent. He's cute. He's got a personality. He's playing at the best club in town that night, and they were attracted to that. And they wanted. That was a way for them to go, wow, this is no far-fetched. I can actually get that. Not all the time, but I can get it tonight.
My name is Desiree, and you spell it D-E-S-I-R-E. Dating a musician, you're part of that limelight as well. And, before they go out on stage, there's always this kind of, I think, adrenaline rush for them. But when you're with a musician, it's somewhat of a same adrenaline rush, but in a different way. They're the ones going out on stage, but, you're the one that's with them. And it's just the, I guess, kind of the stigma of being with, the one in the band. It's a different lifestyle. To date a musician, you've got to be a very strong woman. You've got to be secure. And in a lot of ways, you've got to be willing to live the lifestyle and live their dream. Because it's all about the music for them. It's a sacrifice. And if you're willing to make that sacrifice, you get to kind of share that limelight and that dream with them. Their dream kind of becomes your dream, and hopefully one day for them becomes a reality. They were like one of the first all-black rock bands to come out of that area.
Was he a singer or guitar player?
He was a guitar player. They did have one album that they cut and were very successful. The lead singer on their second album got into crack cocaine, which was kind of the demise of their second album. And then at the point in time that I was with him, it was just, he was so caught up in reforming another band and the music and getting that next record deal. That's what it was all about.
You know, they always say, hey, these women that were involved were like any kind of victims at all. I almost feel like it's the other way around. I mean, they were using us and moving us around. That's why I think, you know, they came to us and wanted us to be with them. Or, hey, I had people say, hey, I'm going to a Christmas party. Come as my date. I don't even know this person. But she's just doing it to show me off to all her friends. Kind of a trip.
You know, there might have been a part of me, it was kind of a selfish part, because I've always said in my next life I'm going to come back an entertainer. And I just, you know, I love the music and just everything that goes along with it. I mean, just, you know, the people and the limelight and they're just a different breed. They're a totally different breed, and it was just something that I was hugely attracted to. Just the music, the hair, the whole facade, everything that went along with it.
So me and JP roomed a lot together. So say JP would have a date, somebody he's seen a couple of times. They would physically bring a friend just for me, and then I would say stuff like, hey, I need a new pair of shoes. Can you bring chocolate chip ice cream? And they would have all that just before I even met them for the first time. And the whole thing with sex, that was already a done deal. That was part of it. I didn't have to I already knew when they showed up, I already knew what was going down. It's not like I had to play the game. If anything, I felt like they were hitting on me, buttering me up, trying to work me, maybe trying to get me drunk, let's say.
I don't know if it's really people using people. I mean, they probably weren't even thinking at the time that anybody was using anybody. It was just part of what went with it. I mean, it's kind of hard to describe and explain. Using each other, maybe in some respects, in other respects, you know, probably not. Very innocent, probably very innocent.
People would treat you different all the time. I mean, I could, like I said, I can understand being a woman for that part, because, you know, I used to have women call me, take me out on dates, pay for it. I used to tell the story that I think I was probably 24 years old before I actually paid for my first movie. Or, you know, and I actually took somebody out on my money, because they would all offer it. They would give you presents.
The groupies were always there trying to make their way backstage, do whatever they did or could do to get with a musician, and even if it meant crawling into bed with them. And although I liked the lifestyle and being with a musician because of their talents and other things, I wasn't willing to do just anything to be on a musician's arm and be seen with a musician.
I mean, there's been many times where I'd be at a bar or a club, just get done playing. Even guys would come up to you too, because they want to be part of that scene too, you know. And the guy would come up to you and say, hey, this is my sister. She thinks you're cute. Will you take her home with you? I'm like, okay, well, you know, sure. Or this is my cousin, or, you know, this is my ex-girlfriend. I mean, they just push that stuff on you. It's all I can say. It's a good thing, you know, the cell phone photo cam and stuff wasn't invented back then. It'd be way too much trouble, man. We don't have a lot of evidence, which is good. But, you know, hopefully I don't have any kids running around that I don't know about. People buying you drinks. You know, I remember even playing on stage having so many drinks that we'd have to pitch them because you couldn't drink them all. Or going to even a Burger King, and they're like, the meal's on us. Just sign an autograph. Everything was autographs, give me a piece of this, give me a piece of that. I mean, come on. I mean, does Bon Jovi have to go to a restaurant? They're gonna charge him to eat there? No. Did they charge us? No. They didn't charge us either. So I don't really, I mean, ours might have been Burger King, you know, might not have been a filet mignon or something, but it all kind of worked out the same.
Is that the side door right there? Oh. That's inside door. You can open it. Manya is so sweet. I love. Hey, where are you from, Manya?
London originally.
Yeah, I like the accent.
JP. Hey man, you probably should shoot us from up here, right? I'll tell you about a gig in Minnesota, right?
Okay.
Minnesota, 2,000 seats, hydraulic lights, beautiful club, right? We go in there for $1,000, first time in, right? Not bad, 90-minute show. We got a rider, beer, food, and all that. We go listen.
I was bad boy.
We go back in. We go back in 5 months later, $1,500. JP would not go on stage and perform because they did not have beer in the dressing room, a case of beer.
I don't drink.
So here's the deal. So
I know it's bad.
getting paid well, needs his case of beer. He doesn't even drink beer. And then on top of that, we go on. We have to go on there. Like, you got to go on now. We're playing full band, a whole song with no guitar, just bass, drums, and vocals. Till the guy physically came up and sat a case of beer on the corner of the stage, which he never drank. And of course, we never got to go back there again.
Rock and roll.
That's rock and roll.
Sorry.
I mean, that's stupid, rock and roll, but
I always trying to strive, to be a real musician and put together a real band. And actually, we had a lot of headaches with that because Kenny was true to the art, and he understood. He let me be the chief on that level, but he knew that I meant business that way. The music that I wanted to play was real.
It was just fun to work with them because they were so excited about what they were doing, and they were really, to tell you the honest truth, they were very knowledgeable about their music and about their style and about the process of recording and mixing and stuff. So it was a pleasure to work with them. I wasn't on the road with them, and when we were in the studio, it was very serious, and JP and I get very into the workings of it.
And a lot of headaches with musicians that we had to hire and fire.
singers.
Singers issue.
Yeah, they have problems. Kevin was the first.
Nova Rex was a really great band, primarily because of the direction of J.P. Cervoni. He was the leader and main songwriter and unbelievable guitarist. And it was probably the most growth that I experienced as a musician, a singer, and an artist. And it was a great experience. And the version of the band that I was in, I think, was the top of the heap. I think it was the best live band, certainly, that I've ever been in and been the front man of. And I think it was the best live band that Nova Rex ever had.
Well, Kevin was the first and the best and the only real one.
Right.
The one that we eventually hung with and cut the best material, and we went back to LA and did all that work. Yeah, we made a real run.
Then we had Addie, who sang really, really good. And he was talented he could play guitar and keyboards.
But Pussy Whip.
Yeah, Gone in a Day. And then after that, it gets kind of fuzzy.
With the long hair.
Every time I see you, there's like a new member in your band.
Oh, this is it. This is the guy. We got this guy from LA. So he's Los Angeles. From California in Indianapolis. Derek Madison, and he has long hair, so he's in the band. That's why we got him.
Blonde.
And it's blonde.
And it's blonde.
Imagine a singer that has blonde hair.
Are you guys feeling out there tonight?
What the fuck do you think you're doing? I don't think so.
Yeah, we had him for like a year or so.
No, some other guy that looked like Vince Neil, man.
Turn it up, yeah, we're turning it loud. Turn it up, let's run it down.
Donnie, blonde kid.
I don't know what that is.
Exactly. We played one gig. We played a 90-minute show.
This is a singer?
Yeah, we played a 90-minute show, and he knew 6 songs.
Are you having a good time? What's that? How'd you get one of those? My good fucking looks. How do you think, man? Who's drinking the come on, man, get him up in the air, man. If you don't have a drink, man, I don't care. Hold something up, I don't give a shit. Humor me for Christ's sake. Yeah, the finger, that'll work too, man. That's cool, I like that.
We stretched out 6 songs for 90 minutes between solos, drum solos. We were just winging it, man. I think he played like a 25-minute guitar solo, for real.
Just like the drummer in Spinal Tap, you know, like they kept switching drummers. I don't know how many singers we had to go through, which actually was the reason we didn't go all the way. We got stuck then with the fact that the time changed, and the classic rock prima donna, you know, Poison hair band went down, and we got caught in the down spiral of that. And even though we ended up with a really, really good band, it was over. It was over as far as the business. Grunge came in and then just took us out.
This is how it worked out. I'm probably, I don't even know how old I am now, 23. Just did the whole LA run, aggressive. It was the end of that scene, by the way. You know, Warrant just got signed, which I think they're the last of those kind of bands. Flyer in the Strip, all that. I go home, got my little briefcase, because I used to have a briefcase like I was a businessman. I get on a plane, I'm sitting beside the guy from the Cheesecake Factory, right? I think he's just got the one location. I'm sitting beside him talking how I'm a rock and roll star. He's telling me how he's a business owner, holding cheesecakes. I have a stewardess come over to me because people are starting to look at me. I got a stewardess come over and asked me if she could have my autograph. I think she asked me if I was famous or was I a musician. I don't think she even asked what band I was in. And I told her, yeah, of course I'm famous, right? So she came over to me, I signed an autograph to her. Before it's over with, the whole plane's looking at me. Stewardess are coming, I signed all the stewardess autographs. The pilot mentioned my name over the intercom that I was there. The guy from the Cheesecake Factory gave me cheesecakes to take home. This is me coming to Indiana. I go to Indiana with this mentality, I'm like, wow, man, they have nothing here. I mean, what do they got? Mellencamp. So then when I called GP, I said, hey man, we got to come here and do this. And that's what we did. We took the band there. You know, we had that kind of rock and roll mentality that they wasn't really used to, and we just went for it. I mean, our first real gig in that place, I've already had 2 radio stations giving me airplay. I've already got, and I don't think it even pressed it yet. I think it was still like a set or on tape or something. Then very first gig I do was like Cheap Trick on P95, big station's New Year's Eve party with like 20,000 people. That was our very first gig. And prior to that gig, I already had a television interview in town. This all happened within like an 8-week period.
So you guys were out in LA for a while, and you decided to come here. Why Indiana?
We did the Florida market, which was a good market for a while, meaning the club market. You know, we were one of the #1 bands there. And it just so happened that the economy went down pretty bad in Florida, so we left Florida, went to LA, and tried in LA for a while. We did pretty good. I mean, we picked up good management, good people behind, just like we're doing now in this state. But unfortunately, LA is very expensive. I mean, just, you know, it's a big problem just to survive.
What are you hoping to create here?
Well, what we like to do is this, is like, I think we feel that the market is open and ready for quote, you know, non-signed band like us, you know.
People are starting to take notice of Nova Rex. You're going to meet one of the members of the group. Somebody who did take a chance, and you said, hey, I want this guy on.
God, I mean,
Slam and Sam from X103 is
These
here
guys are
as
great.
well.
I played, well, I had these guys on the show. We interviewed them, and going to have, in fact, to show you that we're committed to local rock and roll, going to have them on the show again this afternoon. Well, actually, I'm going to play a song from Nova Rex from this CD.
From this CD, right in front of us here.
This afternoon at 4:30 following TV News. That's right.
Get that plug in there.
In a blaze of rock and roll glory, Nova Rex releases a highly anticipated EP entitled Blow Me Away. The Rex Boys have a fine CD release in their hands, powered by up-tempo rockers like Blow Me Away and melodic rock ballads like Think of Me.
Hijinks was all about that good time rock and roll, and sometimes that over-the-top glam stuff, because we got it. We knew it was really kind of goofball and funny. Hijinks was a humor magazine. Nova Rex was perfect for what we were doing. They were right there with really what we were covering, because we had bands like Skid Row, Warrant, Kicks, Poison. You know, our thing was to cover the national scene, and we covered the local Indianapolis scene, but it was equal coverage. We treated everybody like equal opportunity superheroes.
Hijinks actually had a rock magazine. I mean, they took care of the local scene, and they were blowing up basically about the same time. The guys there were cool, you know. They were just part of it. I mean, that was the word in town. I mean, that if you were in that magazine, that was the gospel. So I did everything I could do to kiss their ass 24/7 to be on it. I'd be at every photo, whatever, this and that. And I actually, other than other bands, would give them $20 once in a while to buy a freaking ad. So I would get the coverage back, get the love. So, and I mean, I bought full page ads, half page ads. I did that. So I gave a little bit. It was a little give and take. And the guys there were just crazy MFers that were going to take over the world too. So we had the same thing in common.
Now, these other bands in Indianapolis, they did want to be rock stars, but none of those guys even came close to being able to hustle like Kenny did when he was pimping Nova Rex. Dude was doing it big time. I mean, Kenny, this guy pumped money out of Budweiser.
We just got the Budweiser endorsement, which is very nice, obviously.
I thought you were part of a race team.
That too.
Actually.
This airs, this is Indy 500 day, right? So that'll be good. And the Budweiser, so we got that for the state of Indiana, which we're very proud of, obviously.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
And, you know, I remember having a meeting with me and JP. I mean, I just called Anheuser-Busch up, said, look, we're the bomb. We're doing it. We need some backing. And we went there and sat down and had a meeting with a couple of guys. Rock, boots, the whole thing, talking to guys in suits. Man, it didn't take them an hour to write us a check and back an Anheuser-Busch truck up to my house. I mean, they actually brought a semi of just goodies to give away. And then that gave us more credibility even on the gigs because there's a lot of Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch gigs out there that we would get opening acts for the majors. So we just had a whole little bubble thing going on there with that.
I mean, me and Kenny were real. I mean, I wanted to write good music for real. Kenny would work his ass off to try to rig it up, trying to find the connection, the know-how, the money, whatever, to do something for real. The party, the look, the girls was a byproduct of. We wouldn't give a flying foo-foo, man, at the end of the day. The end result for us, it wasn't the party. That was just there, man. We just went along with it. It would have made no difference if I would have closed myself in a garage at Kenny's parents for 8 months, like we did.
I didn't have any problems with the boys. They was pretty good.
No, they were really, when they were here, they were very well behaved. They were pretty quiet when they were here, basically.
They knew they had to be pretty good here. Most things they done, they eat a lot. They was eaters.
Well, of course you got...
You too, JP.
One of the boys, Kurt, I'll swear that boy could eat a house. You know, he was kind of funny that way. Yeah, they were doing quite a bit back then. They were on the radio some, and a lot of magazines and stuff around here. You know, people around here still know who they are.
They was on Bob and Tom there too.
Yeah, they were on Bob and Tom's.
Well, you know, I still talk about all the hype and all this, but there actually was some talent there. You know, the songs were good. We had some talent going on. So the talent part was there in place. And we were still, from the end of that hair, glam, rock scene, you know, when we left LA, it was dying. So when we went to Indiana, it actually bought us 4 or 5 more years before they kind of caught on to the trend. So we were just trying to cash in real quick on that.
But when grunge came in, which, you know, then the clubs actually changed. I mean, the clubs went into a different scene. Either they closed, they went into grunge, or they went to country.
When grunge hit, it all ended, man. I had 2 bands that were in the middle of being signed when grunge hit, and they dropped us like a hot potato because it wasn't grunge, and everybody got up out of their seats and ran to Seattle.
I was on the West Coast in another band, and we toured. We had these label showcases lined up. We had really good songs, melodic hard rock stuff, and we came back to LA to do label showcases, and the A&R guys said, hey, you guys are really good, but don't wash your hair, wear an army jacket, and put on some boots, and come back and see us in 6 months.
Let me ask you this, how is that, you know, the whole Seattle sound that is, I mean, it's just so popular right now, and that seems to be kind of like where everybody's at. Has that affected you guys, or what do you think about it?
Yes and no. You know, it's been uncomfortable.
I have mixed feeling about the whole scene, because it hurt me with my band, because it took us out, and so I didn't appreciate that personally. You know, I didn't like the fact that I couldn't go get a gig in a club unless I played some of the stupid, you know, depressed crap that these guys were playing. I didn't like the message from those boneheads, man. Because I don't need to wake up and listen to you harping about you're unhappy. Do something. What the hell are you happy for? You don't live in Russia, do you?
I was trying to be a big fish in a little pond. I was even advised to go do that. So we made that run to try to stir up so much shit that they would have to come to us.
Thanks, Sam. Hi, this is Kenny Wilkerson and JP Cervoni of Nova Rex with the new release, Ain't Easy Being Cheesy, available at all Karma Records. Call WFBQ Q95 every day and request Nova Rex. And thanks, Indianapolis, for making Nova Rex Indy's #1 band.
Nova Rex new release is available. Check your local retailers.
Ain't easy being cheesy. So that's what Nova Rex comes up with to combat this grunge movement. Ain't easy being cheesy. So yeah, that's supposed to be the grunge fighter right there. So it's hilarious.
You know, I figured, listen, if I had radio airplay, I'm in Hijinks magazine, I'm in Livewire magazine, I'm in Hit Parader magazine, I'm doing TV, radio, billboards. I mean, I can go on. I mean, commercials. They have to come to me. And I just try to cover the bases as far as you hear these guys that sold 10,000 copies independently. Well, if you do that, they're going to come talk to you. But what happened was we had that run going. We were just a little bit late on the change because it just changed on us right there at the very end. But we got close.
It wasn't about grunge hitting. It was about Nirvana hitting. It was about an amazing group of musicians that were focused and directed at such unbelievable tones and messages and stuff that you couldn't walk away from it. That's art. That's music. That's entertainment.
I can't believe it. Basically it went from just being high, you know, energy, amped up, big everything, excess everything, party rock, to, you know, dudes that were, you know, didn't look like they washed their hair.
In hindsight, it's also clear right now, because when Nirvana came out with that Smells Like Teen Spirit video, I mean, it hit like a shockwave.
So when that happened, I mean, we fought it forever. I fought it the whole time I was in Indianapolis. I knew it was there. I knew it was coming. I thought maybe I could ride it out. I mean, what do you do? What do you do? I mean, you're on your ship and it's floating. I mean, you're gonna you know, sail this thing around until it sinks.
You know, is AC/DC going to change their sound? You know, I don't think so. And you know, it's that kind of thing, right?
And we're here to prove that you don't have to wear army boots.
Army
on
boots,
TV.
yes.
Thank you very much.
We don't have to do
No
that.
flannel shirt around my waist. Thank you.
I mean, when something's already changing and you're going to try to copy that, it's already too late. And you can't just fake all that stuff. I mean, listen, for whatever Nirvana was all about, these guys were still for real. That was them. I get it. That was what they were all about. I don't think they were trying to fake that, make that happen. That's what it was all about. I mean, now, a lot of these bands behind him copied it. You know what I mean? You know, with the low, hey, singing stuff. I mean, everybody before that was screeching like, you know, Sebastian Bach. But it was definitely an awakening, and, you know, there was really nothing we could do about it. We just hung on a little bit longer. I eventually bought a pair of army boots a couple years late. Never really did the flannel, because I'm from Indiana, man. I wasn't gonna wear flannel. It looked like I was going out and, you know, chucking corn or something. But, you know, fought it as long as we could. On the 1999 release, we were going to call the band the Bishops. We were going to change the name. But, man, I don't know. You have that much history. I mean, what are you going to do? If anything, that CD actually hurts me a little bit now, because I have all these, you know, the Ain't Easy Being Cheesy. I mean, what other title do you need? You know, the Blow Me Away. And these CDs sell better still than that particular CD. Even though that was the longest, best work CD that we did, production-wise, time-wise, money-wise, even musician-wise. But nobody wants to hear that stuff now. That stuff's done. And so it was kind of like a last effort, you know, to just try one more thing, and that's what we did. Spent a lot of money on it too. I mean, the stuff's okay, but we were already late on it. I mean, when we finally made that turn from that kind of rock to this kind of grunge sound, that was already on its way out. I mean, it was just too late. But, you know, we tried. I mean, we played around with it a little bit. I mean, we got a little CD. The Violent America had that kind of stuff in it. It had that feel to it, a lot of wah-wah. We tried. I mean, but I should have just been AC/DC, man. I mean, those guys are AC/DC every album. If I had any comment to make on any band that's doing their thing, stay true to what you are. If it flies, it flies. If it don't, it'll all come around. Just stay true to what you got and don't try to be chasing. Don't be trying to chase trends. By then you're already late anyways.
This is my body. What's up? Hey man, can you climb these steps with those feet? Alright, here we go. Since Adolf is here, on the count of 3, I want to hear it for Adolf. I want to hear everybody scream for Adolf. Because this is the man. No? No. Well, I want to hear it anyway. On the count of 3, guys, you ready? Adolf.
What happened to me one day is JP just went back to LA, the band broke up. I went to a club that I used to play, and the guy at the club tried to charge me admission to get in. So then I knew I was done. I'm like, look, you're gonna charge me $5, $10, whatever to get in, I'm out of here. It wasn't a week later until I moved to Florida. I come to Florida, I went from having this, basically when you're in a band, it's like being in you have your own little club, your own little gang. It was just all bubble action. I don't really know what to say. So I can't, just like the bubble followed you around and you're inside the bubble. So you live nice and happy like that, partying, doing whatever. And then, one day reality kicks in and you're like, hey, this is a bubble. This is normal. This is messed up. And you don't really know it until you're out of the bubble. And I mean, it took years. It took shrinks, medication, waking up with cold sweats. I mean, I'm just now over it.
I question the serious relationship between a guy and a girl for a long, long time. I had a failed marriage out of it.
Yeah. One of the men that you're living with is your husband.
Yeah.
The other man you're living with is your fiance.
Yeah.
Whoa, just a minute here. Roxanne, you have to explain this. How did you get yourself into this predicament?
It wasn't easy.
Okay. You know what? I tell you, we got to hear from the guys, don't you think? I mean, we need to hear from the guys. How did it? Please welcome now, husband John Paulo and fiance Raimondo. Now, fellas.
What somebody like me has gone through, and how do you trust this issue? I didn't trust my mom. I said, who's telling me that my mom ain't gonna bone Robert Redford? That was that.
I got caught up in the attention and the lifestyle and, record showcases and all everything that went with it, being in a limo, going to record showcases and gigs and so on and so forth. And probably a lot of selfish reasons. But eventually all of that just kind of, it's not worth it. It's really not what it all was chalked up to be. When you start losing sight of who you are, and it's time to think about yourself. I went into it a very strong, vivacious, secure woman, and after a lot of counseling found out that he was the insecure one, and in the process he beat me down. And it took a lot of years of counseling to rise above that and realize that at some point in time it's got to be about you.
So you go from riding high, living big, and then all of a sudden out of that scene, you're done. Your whole life, your social skills ain't even up to par at that point. I understand when we talk about guys that did these arena gigs, these big national acts, and all of a sudden these guys are selling used cars. I mean, I'm thinking what the stretch they had to deal with. I mean, what kind of a trip that would be. Mine was a little smaller, because I was still a little bit grounded. on some levels. But to have all that, play arenas, have all the money you can think, the fame, people kissing your butt, and then all of a sudden turn around and you're working at Radio Shack, that's just got to be out of control. I had that in a smaller version, but it was enough to screw with me for a couple of years. I had a hard time for a while. I mean, I went to a psychiatrist just regarding that scene. Yeah, you're a dick.
Man.
I can't believe you ever got paid back for that one.
Oh, man. I have got paid back. I got robbed.
Well, yeah, but that's good. You did good.
Yeah, but I can't do nothing, man. I have to be nice. My girlfriend is like an angel, man. It's like God look at me and go, you, I see you. I know what you're doing. So this is the one you're going to hook up for real. And my girlfriend is like so sweet, so nice. It's impossible to be mad or do anything bad to Robin. So that is my payback, man.
Oh, well, that's a payback to you.
You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, I'm done. I'm stuck, man. I have to be nice. So, you know, I finally was able to put it in place by realizing that sex is sex, relationship, respect, love is something that can be separate, can be together, but not necessarily together. That's the way I looked at it, because then it's a matter of respect that you choose to be with somebody, and yes, I could still go fuck somebody's girlfriend, but I don't have to.
Like for instance, I see these guys, like, we talk about these child actors like a Lindsay Lohan and stuff. I get it. They're not in the real world. Everybody's putting them up all the time. But, you know, since having a child that looks up to you, that changes the perspective. It's just not about me anymore. That's what, and in a way, it's kind of liberating. I wish I was more liberated like that. You know what I mean? I wish I could just not care really how I looked or trying to, you know, what I did, what people's opinions of me. Which prior, that's all it was all about. It's just all about what everybody thinks of you at all times. That puts a lot of pressure on yourself. So being able to let that go is the greatest thing in the world. What do you want to do when you grow up?
Walk out loud too.
Can you fix your shirt, pull it down, you get all scrunched? There you go. That is a big trip. You know, the whole kid thing is great, but it's a 50-50. You know, what really happened is when to being all about yourself, your whole freaking life. Me, to I have somebody more important than me. And that probably mellowed me out right there. There's somebody more important than yourself. And with the child, that definitely did that, so it kind of calmed me down. And plus, I got married to somebody who's completely normal, not trying to impress anybody, and I've never dealt with that before.
I'm back playing rock and roll. Did it sort of for fun, but it was a choice unit of good musicians, more famous than me. I've done a little bit. These guys have done lots of it, being Aussie and things like that, in a really good club in Los Angeles, and a lot of people like it, man. A lot of people still come out and like it. It was a strange thing because I was almost embarrassed to play the stuff. Almost embarrassing, you know, because you're there, you're 30 pounds heavier than what it used to be, man, and all of that. But it made me think that real music is real music.
Yeah, this is Electric Beach. I've got 3 shops. I've been here I've been at this one for like 2.5 years, but I've been doing it for about 14 years now. Hey, Courtney, how are you? So you want to tan in the stand up today?
Yeah.
You need lotion or anything?
Yeah, I need same stuff I always get.
Okay. You. Money. Awesome. Thanks. And need eyewear.
Yeah.
Got you right back here in the first one.
Time for me to tan.
Hey, Courtney, you forgot your lotion. The tanning industry, actually when I was in California, struggling musician, I actually worked at Sunset Tanning. just happened. It was an easy gig, and I thought I didn't really want to dig ditches for a living or swing a hammer, which I have no problem with that. But at least with tanning, you get to see beautiful girls, and it's a pretty easy gig. Make the world go round. Only thing I really miss out of the whole record deal fame thing over these bigger bands, and some of them didn't get it, is just the money. That's it. I would like to have the money, maybe a few more recognitions or whatever, as far as awards on the wall or whatever. But they're just trophies. I can go down and make a trophy right now and hang it on my wall.
Well, we didn't know that you want to be in charge of your own business as much as you can. It's better to sell 20,000 units at full price, because you did it, you invested money, you control it, than trying to sell 1 million and still own a record company $1 million. Because that was the deal.
My opinion about label signing is that usually you sell your soul. So, the whole idea behind it is owning the rights to everything, and that's the goal. And so, honestly, start your own record label.
It's the nature of contracts then and now with record companies. I mean, they and you guys know this. I mean, they took the front end, which was like ridiculous. I mean, what did you get on a first album, first out artist? You would get what, 3-4% of anything you made? I mean, everything else went to the record company.
3% after the expenses.
After your expenses.
And the expenses was always more than what the profit was. That was the whole deal.
I've seen it happen. Guys with get record deals go out on tour with a tour bus, and after it was over with, they owed the label money.
People are doing it by themselves.
It worked out really good with me and JP. JP definitely is a talented guy. I mean, you cannot deny it. So he had the talent. I had more of the business kind of stuff, which overall, as bass players for you anyways. Most bass players are that. Guitar players, egotistical. Singers, freaking mess. Egomaniacs. Drummers, crazy and wild as hell. Bass players, somewhat got together. I was the guy when got paid. I was the guy when took it to crap when, we got bitched out because we tore stuff up. But JP had the talent. So we were definitely yin-yang together that way. That's why we did as long as we did.
I see something that was created that means something that affected my life and a lot of other people's life. I see something like that, but I don't know if there is a forward for Nova Rex.
There's your airline right there. There's the design. I'll give you my dad, ready?
Hi, you guys. Be good.
Now, how it would be remembered would probably be obviously a good dad, decent husband, a guy that would go for it, he's his own person. I'm not a follower, and I was, at least somewhat kind.
Travel long and lonely roads.
Because music really is finally what makes a show great. We have some great music here. In fact, the band Nova Rex, the guys. Oh, jeez, guys, come on, you're on. Guys, stop it, guys.
Hey, hi.
How you doing?
Stop.
Okay, they're getting ready to play for us, I guess. What do you think of this, folks? Give the hook. We'll be back.
And here are the boys of Nova Rex. I think this is Spike. I think that is Slash. I think that is Slade. And I think that is Rex. Or maybe Darlene. I don't know.
Okay.
Yep, 5 years in the rock and roll business, and this is where it ends. This is the pinnacle of success, right here. This is what it's all about.
Unbelievable.
And I want to say, for the record, that Nova Rex has some of the sloppiest fans in rock and roll. Popcorn and cigarette butts everywhere.
Unbelievable.
I know. I knew it.
Cigarette butts make it.
Where did this go?